people of the North Gonja near Daboya, been joined by the DCE, Adam Eliasu. Chief, good morning.
Thank you.
And how are you doing?
Fine.
How are your people faring?
Oh, they are doing well.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Daboya is a place where they make the best smoke.
Yes.
I thought you were going to wear one of your smokes.
Actually, this show took me by a bit surprise.
Surprised?
Yes. I would have brought a number of them to showcase them on your show.
Yes.
And
then we would have charged you decently for advertising here.
No problem at all.
Anyway, so tell me, we had stories about watermelon farmers going through challenges. Bad roads, their produce are done, but they are not able to transport them. Throw some more light on that.
Yeah, it's true. Many of our farmers, Daboya is virtually, in fact, North Gonja is a farming district. And many of our people are found in the hinterland, where the roads are not generally good at all. As we speak now, many farmers are suffering huge post-harvest losses due to the bad roads. You have to employ many hands to be able to carry them to the roads, to the main roadside for the buyers to buy.
Let's look at 2 acres. How many hands do you need to transport your stuff?
2 acres, you employ about between 50 and 100 people.
And how much does everybody take?
Depending on the distance of your farm to the main roadside. Sometimes they take 10 CD. Depending on the distance, some people take 5 CD, others 20 CD a day.
Right. How do they carry it? They carry one each?
No, they use basins.
Basins.
Yes.
Okay. So like the Kaya people do,
good,
they carry basins.
Exactly that.
And they go so many trips.
So many times.
Wow.
I think your payment also depends on the number of times you are able to go.
I see. And you've been in office for just 3 months.
Yes.
And you've been confronted by this.
Yes.
What's your plan?
We have started doing something. In fact, that is our plan to get the roads, at least the capital, Daboya, should be accessible to all the farmers who are found in the hinterland. So we are opening up some roads, access roads.
Okay.
So that at least you can get your farm produce to the main roadside to get buyers by. We have opened about 6 kilometers or so.
Okay.
Yes, and we intend to do more.
Are you lobbying government to push this agenda? Because other communities around, where you are also lobbying.
Yeah, we are lobbying. We are doing serious lobbying. In fact, as we speak, we have even submitted a number of the feeder roads to Regional Director of Feeder Roads for consideration.
Is it yielding results?
Yes, definitely. Government
on a scale of 0 to 100, what are the results you're getting?
In fact, as I speak, by next week, a team will come to assess the place and do estimates. So it means that they are serious about
working.
it.
So hopefully, what are the timelines you're looking at?
Well, I can't tell, but what I know is that we are pushing seriously to get these things done. But we hope that by next year, this time, at least the situation will be better, if not completely done with.
Let's talk about fall armyworms. The minister went to Parliament and he made a categorical statement that the fall armyworm have been defeated. Is that the case within your community, your district?
Yes.
Been defeated?
Yes.
100%?
We can't say 100% because...
But defeat means 100%.
Well, if you get 95% done, you can make that conclusion.
Your farmers say it is not exactly the case.
Probably, I don't think it's North Gonja. Before, I think last week, early this week, we distributed to some number of chemicals to farmers who reported, actually. The case is, if you don't report, we are unable to tell farmer A or B.
They say the chemicals don't work and that they have resorted to the use of detergents, specifically Omo, with pepper, and that works for them. The chemicals
I don't think
the
chemical is effective. Sometimes if you over-dilute it, you will see the effect of it.
Do you teach them how to do it?
Yeah, we do. The agri officers go to the farms, demonstrate to them how to do it.
So how come they got it wrong?
Well, sometimes we give 4 or 5, bottles, containers of the chemicals. Somebody, instead of diluting it in a bottle or a container, will be able to do for 2 acres or so. If you want to use a container for 4 or 5 acres, definitely it won't be effective.
Because they are scared they may not get more bottles to use for their farms.
Well, the fear some of them do have is They think that the chemical may be powerful to destroy the crops. But we educate them, we do tell them, no. If you take 1 container, you can use it for 2 acres. But they believe that they want to dilute it more because they think that if you do it small, it will destroy your crops or something like that.
So as far as
you
know, as far as you know, Mr. Adam Eliasu, Fall Army Worm in Daboya, your North Gonja district has been defeated.
Good, depending on the reported cases.
Okay.
Yes, all reported cases have been dealt with, as far as I know.
Let's talk about floods quickly. Floods, your area is prone to a lot of floods. Yeah. How are you dealing with it?
Well, it's true, especially with the White Volta. Very soon the Barry Dam will be open. Yes, Northern Region Minister and some NADMO officials visited some places, selected places in the Northern Region. The boy was one, to look at measures we are going to put in place in readiness for the opening of the Barry Dam. What are these
measures? Because the dam will be open anyway.
Yes, what I know is that a temporary camp will be set at Wali Wali, and then all the flood-prone areas, they will set up temporary residence in readiness for the opening of the dam, those houses that will be affected, so that we can move them to those places temporarily.
This is the regular routine we go through every year. The dam is open, we're told people will relocate, they either pitch tents with relatives and friends, and then when it's done, they come back. We've been doing it for God knows how long. Are you doing anything differently this year?
You see, it has to do with attitudinal change. We are talking to the people, but the thing is, the fact is, many of them are fishermen, so they think that settling close to the water makes their work very easy for them. Right. We understand them anyway, but we are talking to them. You can put up temporary structures close to the water. Once you have your permanent residence away, we are talking to them anyway. Right. But you know, attitudinal is difficult.
So now that you know it's attitudinal, what approach are you using beyond talking to them? Would there be a day when you will go there and crack the whip with an enforcement team and move them off?
Well, you know, before we can do that, you should be able to provide alternative accommodation away from the water.
Okay.
Before you can force to evacuate somebody. Well, it's part of our plan.
At that time,
we are identifying. Yes, it's part of our plan. We are looking at how to get investors to put up some residence and make it affordable, so that people can move in a period before they get their own accommodation.
Let's go back to the Fall Army Wear conversation. Eva Tiboka, representative up north, says she has a different story to what you're telling us, that the farmers aren't getting the chemicals that you say they are getting. You say 95% of the situation has been dealt with.
Yes.
She's on the ground as we speak. You are here in our cozy studio. How many gallons did you receive to distribute to the people?
I don't think Eva can be on the grounds more than me.
No,
you're
in the studio here with me. I'm asking you, how many gallons did you get for onward distribution to our farmers?
You know, we put them in boxes, and a box contain about 10 or 12, depending on the size of the box.
So how many did you get?
So the first batch we receive about 25 boxes. Okay. You can quantify by multiplying by 10 of the containers.
That's 250.
Good.
Okay.
That was the first batch we received, and we sent it. We know, depending on the reported cases.
Okay.
The first cases we got came from Mankargo area, some portions of the district. Okay. The agri officers went there with the chemical to demonstrate to the farmers how to do it.
So you've told me that story already. You had 250 for the first installment. Yeah. In total, how many did you get?
Recently, we got 15 of the
15, that's 150.
Yes, we distributed, and there's one box. As before, at the time I was leaving, there was one box left.
Okay, so 250 plus 150, that's 400.
Yes.
For how many acres of land?
Well, the farmers, the difficulty is that they come, they don't report to you the exact number of acres. They think
but if you say, if they can't report and you say you have agric extension officers, they should be able to tell you, because they are trained.
What happens is that the agric officers don't go to every individual farm to do the spraying.
Why can't they go?
Yes, what happens is that the farmers are many. For example, today, if about 100 farmers are here to ask for the chemicals. If you want to leave 99 of the farmers and follow one farmer to his farm to spray, you see that he will be causing harm to the many farmers who are there waiting for you to take the chemicals.
It add up if you give the chemicals and you do a follow-up to do a mop-up to check up whether what they said is correct or not.
That is where we are able to identify that the farmers many of them don't speak the truth. Somebody comes to say, I have 2 acres, I have 10 acres.
Okay.
In actual fact, you go to the farm, it's about 3 acres.
Let's wrap up. But Brenda says we need to go. But let me ask you, how are you taking advantage of a one district, one factory?
We are looking at.
Have you earmarked the place?
Yes,
what factory is coming up?
Yeah, we are looking at 2 areas. We are looking at developing the smoke industry.
Okay.
We are also looking at cassava processing into flour and starch in large quantities.
No watermelon processing.
No. For now, we are looking at these 2 areas.
Okay.
The smoke industry. We look at how to get farmers cultivate enough cotton to be able to put together a plan that will process the cotton into yarn and thread, so that we feed the weaving industry.
And when is that starting? Do you know? Have you had a conversation?
The day for yesterday, I met some investors. I sell the idea to them. In fact, in the past, about a month ago or so, we met some investors and we told them about the cassava processing. Even yesterday, I met some company.
Not from the Ministry of...
But, you have to put together the areas you want to go into. Then you get private investors who are interested in those areas. They bring their proposals, submit to the Secretariat for consideration and all that.
Eliasu, grateful for your time.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And I wish next time you bring us some smokes.
Oh, definitely.
Of course. Let's turn our attention now to Mr. George